Ideally, citizens are to think of themselves as if they were legislators and ask themselves what statutes, supported by what reasons satisfying the criterion of reciprocity, they would think is most reasonable to enact. Well, I've heard many of my fellow citizens in private and in the workplace speak as if they were legislators or desired to be so. Reasonable is not what I would call a great deal of what I've been exposed to. I've come across a couple of fellows before who spoke very passionately as if they would like to be a king or an emperor. Disturbing, yeah. The bad man desires arbitrary power. What moves the evil man is the love of injustice. Well, unlike John Rawls, I'm not really a believer in evil as such. Would-be tyrants desire the kind of control most of us just don't want. There are those in power who believe they are just and are acting in the common good when, in fact, they are the servants of special interests. But yes, of course there are men who love corruption, cruelty, rigid hierarchy, the things that give them their life of privilege and indulgence. Many of our most serious conflicts are conflicts within ourselves. Those who suppose their judgments are always consistent are unreflective or dogmatic. Yeah, some people more than others have a real problem with introspection, being alone with their thoughts. If you're finding it very difficult to even question your own beliefs and preconceptions, you will struggle to grow and develop intellectually and perhaps emotionally. I think it's a good idea every so often for a person to reevaluate their values, so to speak. Justice is the first virtue of social institutions, as truth is of systems of thought. A theory, however elegant and economical, must be rejected or revised if it is not true. Likewise, laws and institutions, no matter how efficient and well arranged, must be reformed or abolished if they are unjust. Each person possesses an inviolability founded on justice that even the welfare of society as a whole cannot override. For this reason, justice denies that the loss of freedom for some is made right by a greater good shared by others. It does not allow that the sacrifices imposed on a few are outweighed by the larger sum of advantages enjoyed by many. The first virtue, yeah, I like that. I do. There are, of course, those who say that justice is an illusion. One man's fare is to another just a favourable circumstance or arrangement based on personal values or a traditional belief. I do, however, see that there is indeed such a thing called justice. At base, it's not so difficult to understand. It's not really a brain strainer. In our country, as in others, laws are reformed, institutions are reformed or abolished. Change, rapid or incremental, is our reality. Institutional injustice is a part of our British heritage, but we are making real-world improvements. Progress is being made, but progress isn't inevitable. Regressive thinking and populist bullshit, this is hurting us right now. I think it's true to say that for certain regimes, the very idea of the inviolability of the individual person goes against the core of their collectivist ideology. For some governments, the individual is but a tool, almost entirely insignificant in the grand scheme. What's best for the whole is the overbearing master directive. That society is and always has been a collection of unique persons is lost on some. There's always some ideological counterpoint to be made, it seems. What do you think, folks? Are you familiar with John Rawls, his works? If so, praise, criticism, use the comment section. Yeah. This was just a small selection of quotes from the man. I see him as one of the better philosophers of the 20th century. Yeah. Anyway, I will catch you later, ladies and gents. Take it easy.